Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to another recording session of Hearthstone. Let's see. We need to win 5 games with the Hunter, 5 games with the Shaman and Warlock, and let's trade this out. Deal 100 damage to the enemy heroes. Well, we could probably get some of that done, certainly. If not all of it. We don't even have any tavern brawls, so I'll be back in 23 hours. Let's just start at the beginning here and make sure everything is still purchasable. Alright. Let's go with the Hunter, I guess. I think I may have played a little bit in ranked mode. So let's play a little bit more in ranked mode and then see if we can get up to rank 21. I made it to rank 20. As far as that, but after I get to rank 21, that's pretty much where I want to stop and go to casual mode. I probably am wasting my time even doing that much.
Versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin.
So,
Bring it on.
I figured out there's going to be a big announcement on Hearthstone on basically Friday for me. So that will be an interesting day in which that might be my next opportunity to try and get some big ticket views as far as Hearthstone, which would be great. It would be nice to get a little bit of a kick in viewership. I've at this point, let's do snipe. I got Shadow Complex to actually follow me, which seems really amazing. I mean, that's really nice. I would have to say that the Twitter of the game that is being released right now is retweeting me and following me. And oh, by the way, the company that made the game, not the official Twitter for the game, the company that made it, Chair, is also liking my tweets. So I mean, that's as much support as you could possibly want to get, short of a straight up endorsement deal by the video game company, which is probably the exact opposite of how and then any endorsement deal should actually work. It should be the other way around. Oh, well, honestly, endorsement deals shouldn't happen at all for a video game critic. That would be silly. In fact, in general, I don't see why I should endorse anything unless I would really believe in it, which is the old saying. So, what I joked about at the beginning of making my YouTube channel is that I would totally endorse Wendy's Frosties. I would endorse their frozen ice cream drinks because I love them and I would drink them all the time if I was capable and not worried about killing myself doing something like that. But who am I really to be an authority of Wendy's Frosties anyway, so when you get to that level, you have to ask yourself, why would I be a good person to endorse that? And I don't think I would be. Alright, other minions, killed that one. It's a shame. Here. How do I want to do this? Do this damage there, do that in the turn. Yeah, so in thinking about it, yeah, I don't know what I should endorse. I suppose I technically endorse games that I like, I just finished the story mode of Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I really like that game. So, in theory, I should endorse that. But I don't know if I really would. Here, let's take this guy out. And are we gonna do an explosive trap? I guess that's the risk here, isn't it? That we have an explosive trap show up. So I don't know what to do now. Everything's at 1. If this turns into an explosive trap, that means everything's gone. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that gets right down to the core of it, doesn't it? I can't think of a reason why anybody should ever endorse anything. Like, why should Michael Jordan endorse Nike shoes? Even if he uses shoes a lot. Like, Michael Jordan's feet are actually abnormally large, so he's getting custom-made shoes anyways. So it's not like you're even gonna have any qualification there to say what a standard Nike is like. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I'm probably being really dumb because I'm half asleep or something, but yeah, I don't get it. Why should anybody trust my opinion for anything besides games? And why would I risk my opinion becoming compromised then as a video game critic by taking money and sponsoring something?
Job's done.
Yeah, it just seems like insanity to me. What a weird way to start the episode. Anyways, let's move on to Lego Batman 3. I'm in the halfway through, and the free play mode is a bit of a problem, but the story I totally love. Like, one of the worst parts about the story was the credits were repetitive. That's a very tiny complaint. There was a multiple path section in the middle that really didn't do anything. It seemed to be a crazy experiment for no reason. There were virtual reality missions that really didn't do anything. That seemed to be a crazy experiment for no reason. It shouldn't be named Lego Batman 3 because you barely play as Batman and Robin throughout the game. It is really DC superheroes or Justice League game, so I don't know why they did that. Apparently the Lego Batman 1 and 2 sold really well, even being awful games, which is a horrible message to send to video game creators, but okay. So well that they called us when Lego Batman 3. Turns out Lego Batman 3 came out a year after Lego Marvel Superheroes, but I thought it came out before, and it explains some of my confusion as I was playing the game, and I'll have to correct that when I start recording more episodes in free play and go, I've made a mistake here. Turns out this game came out a year later. That's why it has these features. That's why it is better than Lego Marvel Superheroes in a lot of ways. Not always, though. It also kind of shows that Lego Marvel Superheroes, some of the abilities and things seem to have been in the works so that they would work for DC superheroes a lot better than actually them being designed for Marvel heroes. Like Mr. Fantastic's ability to transform into objects is not something that I really would attribute to Mr. Fantastic. Captain America reflecting lasers with his shield makes a lot more sense when you see that Wonder Woman reflects lasers with her bracelets, which I would attribute that more to Wonder Woman than Captain America. But then I'm also more familiar with the DC universe by far, so that might be my own balance too. My own just perspective confusing things. But what the free play worlds give you like 7 ring worlds, the home worlds of different lanterns, green lanterns, yellow lanterns, star sapphires, indigo tribe, let's see, blue lanterns, red lanterns. So you go to these planets for those ring worlds, and they're these tiny little, like, shrunken down versions of planets. They're barely asteroids, and you get them through this moon base, and the moon base is just an asteroid with barely anything on it at all. And it would make a lot more sense if those planets had been shrunken down in the story like other planets had been shrunken down. But it never gets mentioned in the story that happened. And so you're just left wondering why it is this size for no reason. And there's not a ton of stuff that can be done on these planets, and the things that you can do on the planets are kind of repetitive from what I've gotten. It's you get on the planet and then you run into Daffy Duck and a Green Lantern suit called the Green Looney Tune, and he gives you a walk around the planet quest every time. So I've gone to 3 planets. In 3 planets I've done this really boring walk around the planet. You get attacked by enemies a couple of times, and then that's it. He'll probably, after that point, give you a quest that has you, should I kill this guy? Let's just go and kill him. That has you finding characters on the planet and bringing them to him. In fact, there were 2 quests back to back that was just finding characters on the planet and bringing them to him.
Mind if I roll knee?
That sucks. I burned out there. Here we go. Let's try this.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
At this rate, it would only be 6 turns. No, 4, 8, 12, 3 turns. But that's not gonna last, of course. It feels very much like Lego Batman 3 in the free world, open world section of it is experiments on what Lego Dimensions was going to be. And you can see with their teleporters that take you to different areas what they were thinking there. And it definitely was improved upon in Lego Dimensions, even in the level packs, where you can spend $15 to get like a 2-hour at most level.
Do you have the artifact?
The way it's integrated, the way you get larger areas that have a little bit more than what are on those planets, and just the fact that it's not this Mario Galaxy roundness and camera really helps quite a bit. I find that part particularly annoying. It's Mario Galaxy. You're standing on a tiny little asteroid with none of the platforming or fun of Mario Galaxy, which is just not what I want. Honestly, and I said this as I was recording, if you think about Mario Galaxy and its camera and walking on tiny little planets, those are awful gameplay mechanics. It's just the fact that you're playing as Mario and it is really good platforming, and everything else is alright in that game.
Rexar versus
That
Thrall.
you're willing to put up with
For Doomhammer.
being on a
Let
very
the hunt
round
begin.
asteroid and it taking up a lot of work to control. And it is a lot harder on the PC than it is with a Wii remote and a nunchuck to control a camera. I will give that for the Wiimote. The input of pointing your Wiimote towards the screen gives a lot more information than a standard controller does. It's effectively as if you had a mouse or an eye tracker hooked up. I don't think it's an amazing surprise though that didn't get adapted that well into the other controllers. What else did we do? We did Mirror's Edge. I don't know if I talked about it or not. Yeah, I think I did. Mirror's Edge is a game. It's kind of cool. It's got a lot of problems. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is not going to have any fighting in it, and it's much faster. Well, it is going to have fighting, but it's not going to have any guns in it. So it's going to be a much
Today,
faster
I don't
experience.
have to be a princess.
Like whenever you overload, go ahead and kill this one, and kill this one. So everything I've seen so far looks good on Mirror's Edge Catalyst, but the big caveat there is I've only seen maybe 3 trailers of it. So you're talking less than a few seconds of actual gameplay at most. It could have all been cutscenes. It all kind of did look like cutscenes. It's hard to tell. As games get newer and newer, it's hard to tell if any of the game is a cutscene or if it's all just a cutscene.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
There's this bookshelf. What are they? Bookshelf. What is it called? Book stands? Book ends. Yes, that's it. There are these book ends for Mirror's Edge that has Faith as a child and then Faith as an adult, and I kind of find it slightly strange. Is this a beast? No. That those got developed because the only time we see in Mirror's Edge 1 Faith as a child, it is in the we ran out of animation budgets, hand-drawn anime cut background flashback. So we see them as a kid as a flashback for like a second. And while it's kind of cute, it's just not really important to the story. It would make a lot more sense to have Faith on one side and her sister on the other. Her sister made a lot more important, or Faith on one side and one of the other runners on the other, or just 2 poses of Faith.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's
Always little time.
It seems like a strange choice, almost like the maker of those bookends didn't even know anything about the game when they first started. Play this, and if I just had one more. Start doing some damage here. Deal 2 damage, unlock all your mana crystals. Interesting choice. We'll just keep beating him down on the face. Unless he can play some charge creatures, we can take this guy out next turn. So, after I do Lego Batman 3, nice. What is my next step? I think I have some puzzle game I need to play. One more victory with the hunter is all I need to do, and we're only 20 minutes in here. Nice. I think I need to play some puzzle games. I think I need to probably play a small independent title game. I'm already playing Hearthstone, as I always am. I suppose I will take a break on Friday and focus all of that day trying to just make
Let the hunt begin.
Hearthstone videos, if it is the announcement, which I assume it is. I assume they're going to announce the new expansion and all of that, and when they announce it, I'm assuming, and this is a sort of big assumption, that what will happen is I'll be able to go into the collection and talk about all the new cards. And so
My mount very slow.
Well met.
so that will be interesting. Let's see. My other beasts have this, play this, play this. Here we go. In the turn.
Well played.
What is probably happening on this channel is I've started to experiment with doing 30-minute episodes, even for show series that I know should be hour-long recordings, and then doing two releases per day. This, in theory, may get me more views and will have longer watch times on videos. So if I, in theory, if I made 100 1-minute videos versus 100-minute videos, just to keep the numbers simple,
That was a mistake.
then what would happen is I would probably get more views. I could potentially get 100 views from the 1-minute videos and have a 100% watch time on each of those videos, or maybe 100% watch time on half of those videos, which would be about 50%, versus a 100-minute video where people may stop after a couple of minutes and say it's too long or whatever. And I don't think it all kind of works that way, but there's something along that lines that it makes it work sort of like that. So, in theory, and that's all I can really say with YouTube, everything with YouTube is just a theory, you never know. Going with two 30-minute episodes in an hour, one on like 2 o'clock and one at 2:30, basically, which is as much as you can do as far as scheduling and on YouTube. It's as much as I can do, at least. I always wonder if there isn't some other abilities that other more important people on YouTube get. I am sorry. Darn it. Darn the luck.
Get back!
Go ahead and kill this guy. So I'm experimenting with that. But then the other thing I'm also experimenting with, I think I accidentally scheduled something. There was 30-minute episodes to just be released every day. It was something a little bit more. It may have been Sam and Max. I don't even remember what it was. But it wasn't super long. For me to do something like that, but it was not also super short. So it's gonna take potentially a 2 months to finish that series versus 1. Which kind of then makes me wonder if I'm just gonna push Series 8, which is the series I'm recording right now, into a 2-month time span. Maybe stretch things out a little bit more. It certainly would make sense with this whole dialysis thing still being up in the question. And it's just not resolving. It's gonna resolve eventually, but it's just not doing it. It's taking its sweet time. But there's really nothing I can do to speed it up either. It's the shame. But if I don't have a ton of free time, my whole channel may very easily become 30-minute episodes every day. Everybody would still get things, but the things might, each individual series, game I'm covering may take just twice as long to cover, and not actually. Let's see, if you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage. Do I need to kill this guy? I have to kill this guy anyways. Otherwise I'm gonna die. Probably still gonna die.
Well played.
But yeah, things just might get stretched out. Which is fine. I mean, that can put my... Here's Reno Jackson getting all his health back, which pretty much guarantees I've lost. I can't even take out enough people. Even if I got the map to the golden monkey right now, played it, got the golden monkey, it's still not going to be helpful. I need this to kill like this. I have 2 health, so it doesn't matter what I did.
My fang and claw.
We do that. In the turn. Competitive spirit was the secret. Oh well. No reason he shouldn't win now. If my channel has to take a backslide, shorter episodes is the best way to do it. It would be it would mean I wouldn't be stopping any series. I wouldn't be putting a bunch of you don't know jacks up, which I may still do. It all kind of just depends. But I can only do that in one time slot.
Justice
seriously.
demands retribution.
I wouldn't stop the Lego series. I wouldn't stop the point-and-click adventure series. Although, right now is the perfect time to stop the point-and-click adventure series if I was going to stop it, since we did Sam and Max. And we are just teetering back and forth on rank 20. All I want to do is get to rank 21. And there's not even really a difference there. I should try to get to rank 22. See if there's a difference in rewards at that level.
Rexa versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. Let the hunt begin.
Also, with the changing around the furniture and stuff, I have a drink in front of me and I'm taking drink breaks, and it's probably very audible. Either in the just blaringly obvious silences, or in gulp, 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 and all that stuff.
Job done.
I probably need a push to cough button type deal. I don't know if they're 100% trustworthy or not, but I would assume they're close enough, because that's what they do in big ticket development, I would assume. See, the fear with the push to cough button would be, since it's a button you hold down to mute yourself while you're coughing, would be, the fear is you'd mute yourself and then not unmute yourself, or you'd mute yourself and it would just mess up the audio completely, or something else would happen. Totally random and unexpected. I'm just gonna end my turn here and not play this character. But that's why, one of the reasons why I want to get a professional level XLR microphone. I don't probably need the best microphones. I'm sure you could buy a Shure brand microphone for probably thousands of dollars. But I don't think I need that. I just think it might be cool. Again, I'm gonna save this guy and then just hit this guy in the face. See what they want to do there. Ideally, one of them will hit me in the face and it will activate explosive trap.
Join or die.
Wait, that's bear trap. Oh well. Whenever one of your cards dies, draw a card. Interesting. He's just drawing cards on me. Let's play this. And do I want to play this? Not yet. Do that.
My hand is too full.
Yeah, I don't know what in the world he was thinking there. Not counting, obviously. See, if only you could hover over your own card and see the number of cards in your hand, so you wouldn't have to count. But, no, you have to count. Oh well. After Mirror's Edge is Ghostbusters. People are not happy about the latest trailer for the Ghostbusters reboot. But my only real thought as far as getting more views by covering Ghostbusters was pretty much people are not gonna like the new Ghostbusters and they're gonna wanna instead
The beasts obey me.
Nice. This is going to be interesting. Godzilla.
Well played.
So the Ghostbusters game I'm gonna play is effectively Ghostbusters 3, the movie, because they really aren't capable of making Ghostbusters 3 the movie. And I was just gonna ride off people's hate of the new thing, and they'll try to go on YouTube and see videos about why Ghostbusters is so awful. But He may still be very good, I just don't know. It just doesn't strike me as that it is going to be. What are they trying to do here? He's lost. I guess he was able to take out the guy. 48 attack. What a shame there. He had to work real hard to get rid of that guy. Let's see. If we play this. And we play this. And we play this here. Let's go ahead and kill this guy in the turn. And I think after Ghostbusters, I don't think I have any game after that needs to be scheduled. But E3 I think is close to being around the corner, so new announcements there. So we'll get some later thoughts. We know like Quantum Break is coming out eventually, but that's all I kind of know.
Why do you call?
I'm currently somewhat obsessing about trying to get the Samsung Galaxy S7 because it has a promotion for the Oculus Rift enabled Samsung VR, which really won't help me at all, but it would be a nice thing to get for free. It's a $150 value, they say, and I don't really disagree with them on that. But I'm trying to see if that will actually happen or not. It's a weird situation where I'm trying to get somebody else to replace their Samsung Galaxy S1 with the S7, and I've been trying for a while to tell them, look, your phone's a piece of garbage. It's 6 generations now behind. Get rid of it. Time to upgrade. Type stuff. That's one of the things about when I was doing IT work and all that, is you would run into people that just don't care about IT, about computers, and that's great to a certain extent. You don't want them to, you really don't want to deal with somebody who's obsessed with technology and then doesn't really know what they're talking about, so they come back to you and say they want a $10,000 computer to do Word documents on. But you don't want the other extreme either, where somebody's got an Apple II computer from 1983 that they're still using, and they just want to upgrade. I mean, I understand if people say they don't want that Windows 10, but if people are running Windows 95, I'm like, wait, get away from that. And I mean, it was even worse. I did one job where they were still running DOS for most of their workflow. It's just straight up DOS. Not even MS DOS. It was a like free DOS or something. Ridiculous. Just old fashioned and unnecessary to stay that behind. And cell phones are a little bit different too, because the truth of the matter is cell phones have not gotten powerful enough to the point where they aren't something you want to replace every couple of years. With the Samsung Galaxy S7, that's like the first PC, that's the first phone that has 4 gigabytes of RAM. So 4 gigabytes of RAM, I think, is going to make a major difference. It has, it still has the old micro USB connector, sadly, because I kind of wish it would have had USB-C. because that's the next thing. It has wireless charging through the back, which is nice feature. It's slightly waterproof, at least waterproof enough that you could get pushed in a pool and not ruin your phone. I don't like the Edge version, although the Edge version has a bigger battery. Inherently, I just don't like the thought of a wraparound screen in that fact. I don't think I would even start to really consider wraparound and curved displays until you're talking something that can flexibly go back to being flat when I want to use it and wrap around my wrist like a bracelet or a watch. Or fold in half. Something like that. So that technology will come about at some point and be interesting. It's just I don't think right now it is. Well done. So if he plays a Reno Jackson, I've lost. But otherwise, I think if I can just make it 2 more turns, I'm gonna win. In theory, I could buy the S7 for myself, but my phone is actually pretty decent, so I wouldn't
Get in there and fight, maggot.
just get it just to get it.
Get in there and fight, maggot. Drink with me, friend.
Let's see, can he power this guy up enough?
Get in there and fight, maggot.
I think he did. Now my only hope is he would draw a card. Darn it. You know what would have saved me? Brave Archer. If I had Brave Archer, that would have saved me too. Well, I guess we can wrap up this recording after this game. One card draw would have won it for him. That's not terrible progress, though. I don't think we'll get this done in that long of time. Let's see. We should have played as the Shaman or the Warlock, though, today. In retrospect, I should have played that, then played the Hunter, then played back Shaman and Warlock. We may go 3 recordings. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.